Hello darling, my name is Hannah and in today's video we are diving deeper into Matrix of Destiny. If you don't know what it is and why you need this self-discovery tool that is based on 22 different energies that tell you what is your specific strengths or weakness, then please check out my previous video, and I already covered energies from 1 to 14 in my 2 previous videos. Today we continue with energies from 15 to 22. Of course, this video is primarily addressed to those who have large arcanas in those energy, especially if it's the center of your matrix, so-called soul arcana, your portrait, which is your date of birth, or your talent zone, your month of birth, or year of birth, your check-in area, as well as, of course, karmic tail. We are starting with energy number 15, the devil. Don't be afraid of this evil depiction. Devil is someone who has a highly developed intuition, because the devil is the one who knows what is the true image of someone else. You meet the person for the first time, you never heard of them, you never talked to this person up front. However, you already have this inner feeling that this person is bad or good. This friend will be loyal, and this one is the one that you need to get rid of in your life. This is your ability to scan other people to see their desires, hidden motivation, and even shadows. However, in your positive aspect, you should be using it for a better good. If you know that someone is missing certain trait, help that person to develop it even better. Don't exploit someone else's weaknesses, because of course you can do that. You're very intelligent and you're very direct in your approach, but you can use it in better purposes. The devil is someone who can understand and accept the darkest and the most dangerous aspects of our life. Is a person who will accept drugs, violence, slavery, abuse, and dominance. I'm not saying you're the one supporting it, but you understand that it's okay in our life to have those negative aspects. Our world is not a rainbow. And someone who can see the shadow is the one who can deal with it, is the one who can say no to all of those bad things, and knowing that there is a border. Because the universe will always give you a very tricky situation when you will need to decide whether you want to feed your demon or angel on both of your shoulders. You will be given many situations where you need to prove, first of all, yourself, that you decide to act as your higher self with better decisions. You're the one who sees the shadow and decide to walk away from it. If you pass this test, you will receive all the incredible materialistic pleasures. You're the one who enjoys luxury. If you're eating, you will be eating at Michelin restaurant. You want to look good, you love stylish clothes, and you're acting like a magnet. You're so attractive that other people literally can't take their eyes off you. And of course, you can be manipulative, you can be flirting, but again, you need to know where is the limit. You need to know the balance between seducing everyone with your unique personality and luring them into building projects together, being in relationship, friendship, partnership, and etc. And at the same time, don't fool others. because otherwise negative karma will hit you so hard you will regret it. Of course, these people are very communicative, they are wise and even witty, they love sarcasm, they are funny, but at the same time they still have this mystery inside them. No one can understand your true intentions because you're the one who keeps it very well to yourself. You observe everyone else's needs and hidden aspects, but to everyone else, you're still a secret. Of course, you have very passionate personality and you're the one who also seeks this passion in every other aspect of your life. Also, you're very generous, so while walking into the bar, you're not ordering the most expensive bottle of whiskey for yourself, but you also tap everyone else in the bar just because you can. Talking about negative aspects, you can be obsessed with something in a very dangerous way. Whether it's idea, for example, that you are the most powerful one, you are the one who can influence other people, you are the one who has control, who is dominant, who can make someone else to be your puppet. Or it can be obsession literally with drugs or alcohol or any other substance that will make you to be under the influence. And of course, you can be too focused on making money, on earning more, and not taking into account how it affects also well-being of others. So if you're making huge profits by selling drugs or by selling anything that doesn't benefit other people, and you have the power to make good influence, well, your life will be miserable sooner or later. Also, you can be vulgar, greedy, and you see the worst in others. Since you have this scanning ability, you can see the worst in other people, and you will find yourself living in a miserable world with stupid people that you don't even want next to you. Again, this will create a very horrible life for you. You can be angry, controlling, jealous, manipulative, having bad influence, constant lies, and of course, criminal history. In the end, I would say that the devil is someone who is very provocative, not only by the way he or she looks, but by the way they talk to other people. And it's your own responsibility to make good influence on others. Moving to next archetype, 16, the tower. You can see that the lightning hits the tower and it collapses. It's power of disruptions. I'm not gonna lie that in general, if you have 16's energy, your life wouldn't be nice and easy. Your bed wouldn't be made out of roses, but it doesn't mean that your life will be always miserable. You will experience many hardships in your life, and most of those hardships would be all of a sudden. It can vary from natural catastrophes to accidents on roads and surgeries, something bad happening to your health, both physical and mental. However, from all of those hardships that you never can expect coming, you should learn from all of those obstacles. You're the one who can learn by all of those mistakes and teach others. That's why you're a great coach and just a teacher to someone else who either experienced the same or doesn't even know what it is to live a hard life. You need to learn the rule of detachment, because whenever you want to make some huge plans for your life, you want everything to be going according to your own vision and belief, it will be collapsed. Not because higher powers hate you, but they know that you can persevere. You're the one who has the strongest resilience, and you need to carry this power with you till the end of your life. It also can happen that you grow the most in the most difficult periods of life, whether that's war, revolution, downturns, recessions, and etc. Because during those moments, you start thinking about your life, about your needs, priorities, and you can change the direction of your life. Think of it, if something disrupts in your life, it means that there was no stable foundation and it was meant to be destroyed. It was sent to you as a message that you either shouldn't even make any foundation in that specific direction, or you should be more prepared. You should bring more effort to make it stable and more sustainable in the future. You also need to understand that there is some level of fate. You can't control everything. The lightning that strikes into the tower is unexpected. It's something that you can't prevent in your life. I would advise you though to get a health insurance and any possible type of insurance, because you never know what can happen, and to you many bad things can happen, so it's good to be prepared. Of course, you need to develop confidence and this attitude that whatever happens, you are the one who can go through it, you are the one who can manage everything. You need to be adaptable and accept changes. You need to be okay stepping out of your comfort zone, because if something disrupts in your life, you literally need to start building something new, and you should be okay with that. Also, you shouldn't focus on finding who is the one to blame. As I said, sometimes something happens just because you need to receive certain message. It's not because the government is bad. It's not because your family relatives are not good to you. That's because you need those situations. You need to accept it. Also, you're the one who can disrupt negative beliefs and stereotypes. You can help other people to build new lives after disrupting something that doesn't serve them anymore. You can be a great coach. Of course, I mean it both in spiritual understanding, but also coach in specific sphere of life. In business, if you're the one who experienced crisis in your business before, you can teach how to prevent it. Talking about negative aspects, you can be selfish, you can have angry issues. It's very important for you to regulate your emotions, especially negative one. You need to learn how to deal with frustration and don't put it on other people. You can get panic attacks, insults, and have this fear of life. Because you experience so many bad things, you may expect that something that will happen to you again and again. And yes, you're not wrong to assume that, but it's not something that should stop you from living your life to the fullest. Also, I highly recommend you exploring the topic of Stoicism. Is something to think about what is within your control and what is outside. If you want, I can even make you a video about Stoicism, because I read a book about it and also discovered it on my own. Energy number 17, the star. These people represent the fourth chakra, Anahata, meaning that they have so much love and they always want to share it with other people. They're constantly smiling, they're open to you, they're very supportive, helpful, and they are philanthropic. They want to cause something good. They want to be the kindest soul, and they don't expect anything else in return. They have great imagination, they are very creative, they have this ability to idealize something, but not in a bad way. They are very romantic, and it's very important for them to have faith. Not only like confidence within their own skill set, but also face that universe will always help them. Trust universe and yourself. This is the logo that I wrote to myself. These people tend to have very good education, they know manners, they know how to behave, they know how to act in the circle of different people. And it's very important for them to have very vibrant and rich personal life in a way that they know many people, they hang out with many people, they go to different places, they have many hobbies, and they are not bored with some routines because they're always trying something new. The star energy is very professional, so it's very important for you to realize what is this potential that you have within you and develop it. And of course, the star is someone very famous. Many famous people, they are professionals in very specific niche that they have. Of course, I'm not talking only about famous singers, poet, writers, but if you live in a city and you are popular because your services are in high demand and you're doing a very high quality job, it's also certain popularity. You have pure soul. You need to explore astrology because the star, you need to explore this aspect. Also, you're very good at planning, especially long-term planning. You can write business plans, for example, because the star is very far from you. And it's also connected to having faith and trust in the future. As for the negative aspect, this person can be, on the other hand, pessimistic, constantly complaining about something, lazy, not exploring potential within you. You are blaming others, you are too sarcastic, you don't love people, you try to withdraw from certain social circles, you can copy someone else. You know, if you really want to become famous, you might decide that the best strategy is to copy the one who is already having success, who is already famous. And of course, you will fail because you need to be your true self in order to be famous, because you will be shining to other people, and you can shine only with your authenticity, with some specific talent that only you possess. In negative aspect, you also may hype, become famous overnight because of some scandal, and then no one else knows you in upcoming week. And of course, you can be jealous of anyone else's success. I think this is one of the easiest archetypes to understand. Overall, of course, it's very positive. It's giving the main character vibe because this people is always in a spotlight. However, of course, you also need to sacrifice something in order to be the star. Moving on to energy number 18, the moon. We had a star and now we have the full moon. You're deeply mystical. You're very attractive and you're outstanding. There is no one like you. You have the deepest creative imagination and you're living in some fantasy worlds. If it's to the point, if it's in balance, then it's good. You have daydreamings constantly. You have developed intuition, and moon in general represent this gentle power and your power of unconsciousness, something that here within you but very hidden, and you're the one who can explore it. You need to understand that you have the greatest power of materialization of your thoughts. Call it affirmation, visualization, I don't care, but whatever you're thinking about will come true. You're thinking you're successful, you got it, you're confident, you know that you will reach all of your goals, it will happen. You doubt yourself. You're constantly in some fears, disbeliefs, stereotypes. You know you can fail because something bad happened in your past, or just because you have this idea that something you set in your mind is unrealistic, you will be failure in real life. So be very careful. What are you thinking about? What is this inner talk that you have? Of course, you will be influenced by moon cycles, so it's good for you to explore this topic and use it to your favor. You are the one who understands aesthetics. You love to surround yourself with the most beautiful and unique things, people, and music. I have a friend with this energy, and firstly, he is the one who is creative and he plays 3 or 2 musical instruments, but also his musical taste is up notch. And he is also the one collecting vintage things, so it tells. Talking about negative aspects, you need to be afraid of your own fears. Don't let them control your reality. You can be paranoid. Also, you can live in illusions. As I said, daydreaming for you is good. If you envision your best perfect life, great for you, it will work. But if you think that now everything is so good in your life, when in fact it's miserable, when you think that you have good relationship with someone, but in fact they hate you, you're already lying to you. And if you lie to you for a prolonged period of time, you become hypocrite. Also, you may have unclarity, misunderstanding in your life. You can be involved with criminal history. You can be under the influence. Under the influence and living in illusion is very connected, because if you're not satisfied with what you're experiencing in your current life, if you're strong, you're changing it. If you're weak, you're escaping. You can escape in gambling or playing games or, I don't know, drugs, whatever addiction you pick, and it's not okay. And moving to the energy number 19, after the moon, we have the sun. Very short description because this is the luckiest archetype you can get. We have number 10, Wheel of Fortune, but still, in Wheel of Fortune you have your ups and downs that always go in circles, but in 19s, everything basically falls to your knees. Abundance, gold, success, blooming in every sphere, especially in marriage and family relations. There is a kid depicted on this card, meaning that when you were a kid, you were loved by everyone. You are the one who loves kids, and you're the one who can have very big family. You are almost guaranteed a successful, happy, long-lasting marriage with many kids, of course, and grandkids and grandkids. You got the point. Also, you're the one who maintains this childish, positive, easygoing energy. Because a child is someone who is not burdened with a lot of responsibility, not in a bad way, but you are constantly thinking about something positive. And as a sun, you are shining to other people, connected to 17th archetype, the star. You bring smiles to other people. And it's important for you still to understand the balance. When there is a sun, there should be a moon. Sometimes you shine, sometimes you give energy, sometimes you support, but at the same time, sometimes you need to receive effort of others, sometimes you need to receive love. And if you're paying too much attention to a specific person or a specific sphere of life, specific hobby, there is too much sun directed at one spot. Do you know what happens? Sunburn. Be very careful in directing your energy. Don't cause love. Everything needs to be balanced. You are very generous, you have clearness in your life, and vitality. Those are the main positive keywords. And if we're talking about negative aspects, it's very important for you to maintain this positive energy. If you become pessimistic, everything will fall apart. Literally, money will not come to your life if you're pessimistic. It's a cycle that you need to understand in your life. Whatever life position you are currently, you need to be grateful for your life and you need to have joy and happiness. After you shine, all the material blessing will come your way. But you firstly need to have this positive attitude. And of course, in negative situation, you can have unclarity in your life and you don't have success and you don't have any stability. Energy number 20, the judgment. In short, you're the one who needs to find your own path. You will always have certain situation that will check your priorities. You're very connected to the past, whether that's old beliefs, your ancestors, or your issues. You should always stop in the middle of your long life path and ask yourself whether you want to carry it on. If something bad happened in your past, does it still worse for you to be resentful? If you don't have good relationship with someone you really respect and love, do you really think it's a good idea to keep this argument? You should always have this judgment, inner judgment to whether you are living your life to the fullest. It's very important for you to be connected to your family. If you have good family relations, you are living your best life. And if it's not, you know the consequences. It might happen that some of your relatives are already dead. You never even talk to them. It might happen that some of your relatives left you. However, it's still very important for you to accept them and show respect. You still need to have certain attitude to all of your ancestors because they're the one who are giving you support. And when you're in a constant fight with your past, it will destroy your presence. You are very connected not only to your relatives but to community you live in, your country. You're very patriotic. I would suggest you trying regression analysis when you're reviewing your previous lives because you can understand certain patterns, why you're acting like that in your present life. That's because it has some connections to your deep root past. It will blow your mind. You have very good developed intuition. You should remember that you should not judge other people. If you are not judging, you are not judged as well. And remember that your too much criticism on yourself also is playing a very negative role. You are the one who can be a hero and you receive sudden transformation because if you see on the card there is lightning that breaks tons of people and they wakening up. This moment of awakening can happen literally at any time, like tomorrow or today in the evening. You need to be very adaptable and you need to trust all of those insights, crazy ideas that accidentally are coming your way. If you're doing something and this inner voice says it's wrong, you should stop, you should switch, or you should change, you should adjust, listen to this inner voice because it's your power. It's meant to prevent you from many negative scenarios in your life. So be attentive. Energy number 21, the world. This card represents border between your inner world and outer world. And you're the one who needs to step outside. Person who loves trips, he is okay with migration, he explores new cultures, and what is the most important to you, you constantly exchange experiences with other people. You want to know What are people doing up there? Maybe it's better than what you are doing. Why it's better? Or maybe you need to change something in your life. You need to be open-minded and constantly curious. This card is connected to internet because we are all connected, and through the internet, this globalization boom happened and we could see how other people are living and what they are doing. It's certain concept of novelty that you should accept. Of course, these people are very good at diplomacy, at communication, at arranging certain things. They are for ecology, for peace. You need to develop sense of adaptability. You need to be okay stepping out of your comfort zone, because only when you go further, you can grow and you can explore and learn from something new. You are the one who is scaling some novelty and new inventions, so you're making people connected and you introduce this new world, new technology to people who live next to you. And of course, you can be very successful at that. A funny fact is that many international celebrities, matrices that I saw, they have this 21st arcana. For example, if you know Italian singer Damiano David, he has 21st energy in his finance or realization channel, and well, it shows. He's very successful in it. Of course, if we are talking about negative aspects, you're not even interested in what's happening outside your house. You surround yourself with your cozy walls, you're doing your routines that might be old-fashioned, and you're very reserved and limited in beliefs. You're the one who stays at one place your entire life, and you're reluctant to try new things. In more negative aspects, you're the one who disrupts worlds. You're not for diplomacy, but for disruption. You're making conflicts. You do things to separate people. You destroy our planet, or you produce something very harmful, or you recommend other people doing something bad and just being a bad influence to them. And the last energy, number 22, the Fool. The Fool is everything. It's the ending, and what's more important, it's new beginnings. You need to be very highly developed spiritually to be a fool. It's not just someone who is out of his mind. A fool is someone who is funny, optimistic. These people don't complain. They don't blame politics. They don't tell you what are the horrible things that are happening to them. They are very adventurous. You can see that this fool is stepping outside this edge of the rock or the mountain, and he is going his new way. He doesn't know where is he going. It doesn't interest him. He just wants to explore something new. He's easygoing, he has great imagination, fantasies, and he is brave in a way that he's not afraid of stepping into something completely unexplored. He treats life as a game. He respects and seeks freedom, and he is the one who trusts the universe. Whatever happens, he knows that he will find a way out. The fool is not that stupid. The fool knows that even if a problem appears, he will solve it. There will be always some solution. As I said, this person loves novelty, he is curious, unique in the way of thinking, creative, and this person also mastered detachment. Because a fool can wrap all of his belongings into one simple bag and carry it to some new place. So what you can do right now is to enjoy your life, enjoy your freedom, and explore this world to see how many positive things they are. And of course, if we are talking about negative aspects, this person is stupid, of course, in two ways. First one, he is irresponsible. He's childish. He doesn't care how he lives. He spends all of his salary in one day and gambles. Or on the other hand, this person is too serious. This person wants to find all of those attachments. This person wants to find guarantees. This person wants someone else to be responsible or obliged to do something. And when you have this very rigid, strict, and serious approach to life, well, your soul that seeks freedom is really crying out loud. You need to find the balance between trusting where you're going, but also thinking where are you going. Of course, you need to be okay with uncertainty because you are the one who is explorer in your soul. You're a worldwide traveler. But you need to have certain grounds. You need to make money. You need to have some stabilized cash flow so that you can afford being free. If you want to build relationship with other people, of course they will love you for your adventurous heart, full of surprises and joy. But you also need to prove them that you can be reliable, that you can keep your word and you can build a plan and go explore how you can get to your final destination. Of course, there will be many obstacles. Of course, there is no always a straight path, and you will constantly wave around your final prize, but you know that you can get there. And this was the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions connected to Matrix of Destiny in general or to specific energy that we discussed today or in my previous videos, let me know. I'm always here for you to answer those questions. You have so much potential. You just need to know about yourself and use it for your own benefit. See you soon. Ciao!